Good evening and welcome to Shadowrun Corporate News. I'm Anna Kale and here with me is Cromwell, aka Tony.
Oi, chummers.
Tony is going to help us recap last week's episode and then we are going to dive right into the news. What has been going on with the corporate metagame? That starts right now.
Right, so last week, me and Team Infec, we were at Cross Applied Technologies up in Everett, which for you Fifth World chummers is where Boeing is. We weren't at Boeing, we were at Cross Applied Technologies, which used to be a big AAA corporation. But you being up to date with your corporations, as I know you all are, they ain't even on the top of the list these days. But they still can afford some security. So, Team Infec, we split into two teams. There was Team Distraction, composed of Fang with a lot of weapons, and Miss Elsie, who it turns out also had a lot of weapons, just those what with the bigger range. On the other hand, Mainframe, myself, and Mordecai all were Team Extraction. Originally we were Team Sneak, but we were more extraction-y than sneaky in the end. But we got in the building. I don't really know what went down on the first floor, except there was a lot of screaming and fighting and gun noises from Mordecai and Mainframe. But I climbed up the building. I got this guy, Nassim. I can't remember if we ever established a gender, but you know what? We didn't have time to ask his or her preference, so maybe we'll find out this week. One of the reasons we didn't have time to find that out is we snuck him back out of the building, and he or she seemed mostly cooperative on account of being in shock and also being carried by a very large troll. Myself, I seem to have that effect on people. We snuck him back out, got over the fence, got him in the van, and as you do when you've kidnapped someone, we took him to a public park, injected him full of narco jet, and now the team is on their way to deliver this guy or girl to the Miss Johnson. I think that's about it.
That was a pretty good recap. Pretty fast, but I like it. Thank you very much, Cromwell.
Right.
I don't think if there are any quick questions, we can take those about the previous run, and then we will dive right into the news. So I'll give you just a couple seconds to answer that. People are definitely enjoying the hat. I think it's a keeper.
All right, well, it doesn't quite fit my troll head, but I suppose we'll try it out.
So much the better, so much the better. And we're not getting in any questions, so I don't know if they're quite caught up to that point, but you guys gotta be quick.
All right, chummers. Well, hello out there, Mordecai. I hope you're happier than the Mordecai I know. How do we plan to get our new friend off whatever he's addicted to, Cromwell? Well, I usually just sits on him for about a month and keeps him locked in the basement, but I'll find other little piggies frown on that and they want more holistic means of healing and all that. So, I don't really have an answer. And it's the Sixth World chummers. Not everyone gets off of everything they're addicted to.
Yeah, unfortunately not necessarily your problem, so...
We'll find out.
All right, well, thank you very, very much. I'll dive right into the news and let you go and get ready.
All right,
Have
see
a
you out
good
there,
run.
chummers.
All right, so we have some very, very exciting things going on tonight. This is the first purchasing session for our corporate metagame, the corporate war, if you would. We've finalized points from the previous week's purchases and tallied them up, calculated the total subscribers, tallied those up. So really quickly, let me go over how some of this works. To start with, getting action points, AP as we are calling them, they are action points. The generation of those is split in half. It is based, each corporation gets them based off of two things. Half of them are given based off of a total number of subscribers within that corporation on our Discord. And that And then the other half is based off of the total gratuities that have come in with that corporation's hashtag over the course of the week. So right now, however, the gratuities portion is for all time. Right now, because this is the first purchasing session, these gratuities go through all the way to the launch of that little tip donation gratuity button on this channel prior even to the charity drive launch that we did. So there are tips that are affecting this game tonight from about a month and a half ago or longer even. So that's interesting. It'll throw a little element of chaos right at the beginning, and then next week we'll see things start to regulate a little bit more. But for now, we've got a seriously interesting disturbance in the balance that it'll be fascinating to see how that plays out. The numbers that you can all see, and hopefully the moderators can put the link into chat. It is straylogic.com/HRPG. Excuse me, HRPG. There's no hyper in there. That will bring up the total point delineation, the who is getting what at any given moment throughout the week. And right now we've got EvoCorp is way in the lead with overall action points. They've got a whopping 19 total action points, which is really interesting because they are not the biggest corporation as far as subscribers go. So that's definitely an interesting thing. Shaiwase, and I apologize, I will brutalize the pronunciations this week, but I'll be better about them next week. They're at 15 total action points. As Technology is behind them with 10, Wuxing, Mitsuhama, and Horizon all have 9 points. Horizon and Seda Krupp, Horizon has 9 points, Seda Krupp and Neonet both have 8, and Renraku and Ares are tied in the tail end with 7 each. Now these are divided up, like I said, based on total number of subscribers, half of the total points. Now, if you add those up, those do come up to 101 total action points. Normally it's going to be around 100 action points at any given time. It won't be exact every week because of the way the rounding mechanisms work. Sometimes we'll have 100, 101, sometimes we'll have 99. I even saw it earlier today, it was up to 102 total points just because of the way the rounding worked out. And again, I feel that adds a certain element of chaos to the mix that will keep things interesting, keep you all on your toes. But the point of it is, and in particular with that, is that these things can change at any moment. We know just over the course of today, we can see that the makeup subscriber-wise has changed, that some corporations have gotten a couple more subscribers, and now we have 5 corporations tied with the total number of subscribers that they have being, and that has changed the makeup, and that's where that extra point, that extra action point is coming from, is having so many corporations on the same total. So that is particularly interesting to me. But again, next week is going to be the really telling week as we see the gratuity totals being a very, very different makeup than what we've got right now. Right now, EvoCorp is in the lead by a huge long shot, but they don't necessarily count for the largest portion of our week-to-week gratuities. So it'll be interesting to see if they stay in the lead next week, if Shaiwase overtakes them, or if another corporation like Horizon or As Technology come up and beat them out from that. You can see with subscribers, Seda Krupp, As Technology, Evo, or Seda Krupp and As Technology both have more subscribers than Evo does. So you would think they might be able to pull the lead away. Now, all of these things give you the action points. What can the action points do? And there's a almost a slideshow. There's a number of cards that you can look at that should have been disseminated in the Discord servers for your individual corporations or in the Discord server at large, and hopefully we can get the moderators to post that as well into chat. And it's kind of the basic rule set for the metagame that we are running. Action points can be used for a number of different things, including, but not limited to, attacking other corporations' subsidiaries, performing research and development in one of the subsidiaries that you have, and any number of other things. You can enter a lottery tonight to hire the runners next week. I have insider information that tells me that these runners are right about to wrap up a mission, and that means that they'll be looking for a new job next week. You could be their next employer if you enter that lottery tonight. The rules for that we will alert you to if you so choose to join. I know the moderators have been disseminating some information on that front, and we will build off of that what your run in particular, what you want that to be, and how that will work into the metagame at large. But it will definitely have an impact. It's not insider trading if I'm not allowed to trade. So let's just toss that right out. So you can also, by doing research and development, by doing attacks on other corporations' subsidiaries, you gain benefits that are also on one of these pages, dependent upon a die roll. And those dice are rolled by our own corporate sins cast. You can also spend action points to decide which of them rolls the dice for you, if you so choose. If you know, for example, that Mordecai does not necessarily roll particularly well ever, then you maybe want to pay to have Cromwell do the rolling for you, or vice versa. It's entirely up to you if you spend the action points to choose that. Now, the scale of what can happen, you can go from having, for research and development, for example, you can go from having a large-scale disaster that actually hurts your income from that market segment to having an utter breakthrough that dramatically increases your production from that market segment. So there's a decent range of what can happen from doing any action really in this metagame, and it's more the job of the moderators to get into the nitty-gritty of that. My job as the news reporter is to inform you of where everybody sits, generally speaking. That said, I don't have actions from last week to recap for you, so I get to go a little bit deeper than I would ordinarily, and I just want to set the expectations for you. So apparently the music is rather loud, Joe, and people would like you to turn it down. They're having trouble hearing me. So the points are finalized at the beginning of this show right here. You have all week to send in your gratuities to get people recruited into your corporation and get them subscribed and into the Discord. That is how we count them. If you claim allegiance to a corporation but you are not subscribed or in the Discord, it has no point value. However, if you claim allegiance and you are subscribed, get on that Discord, claim allegiance in the Discord, and suddenly you are earning your corporation action points. It's that simple. Your buy-in to this game is that low. If you want to be a part of this, all you do is choose a corporation, be a subscriber, and join our Discord. If, however, you want to be a part of the decision-making process, you can join that conversation in the Discord with your corporation's heads and help decide what what direction you want your corporation to take. And that can get voted on, and that gets decided upon by all of your fellow corporate wage slaves, as well as the corporate heads. But like I said, the buy-in is at the level that you are comfortable with. You can either just subscribe and join the Discord and you are helping out, or you can get further along, you can go deeper, you can join the political aspects of the game and become as much a part of this as you want. The corporation head, since the point total based on the total gratuities and based on the total gratuities and based on the number of subscribers each corporation has, those get finalized at the beginning of this show, and then you have until 8 p.m. Pacific time. It is now 5:47 p.m. Pacific time. You have until 8 p.m. to decide, or your corporate heads have until 8 p.m. to decide how they want to make their action point purchases and get that information to me before 8 p.m. or you bank your points. That is the default. If you make no decisions, the points get banked and they roll over and you save them until next week. That's a valid strategy to do if you want to do some of the more complex actions. Your corporation may want to hang on to those points. You may not, though, because it's entirely possible that everybody else will be pulling ahead by spending theirs. So, kind of the goal of the game is to increase your total market value, your total market cap in each industry segment. That's the end goal, is to be the best in your respective industries and maybe even branch out beyond those and become dominant in all of them, perhaps. That's up to you. So, you've got like I said, about 2.5 hours to finalize your decisions and get me that information from your corporate heads. The options that are available are within that document that the moderator's linked, and you can communicate with your corporate head through the Discord once again. Different actions will have different results that need to be rolled for, and like I said, that is rolled by the cast of corporate sins. So that's the bulk of going over the rules. I definitely can take questions on those as long as they're not too complex. A lot of the more intricate things are going to need to be discussed with your corporate moderators in the Discord. So that is the bulk of that. If people have questions, toss them into chat. I am looking. But like I said, I think going forward, this is going to be really exciting. This has never been done on Twitch before. This is definitely something that is new and is very, very much in development. That is something that I should mention. We are developing this as we go, but we want you to be a part of that. And, you know, there may be a couple of people that say, well, shouldn't this be completely done and ready to go? Because nothing has ever been done like this, we need your help testing it. So we think that we've got a pretty solid system that we can build off of this core and make it a much grander production, but we need to know the right directions to head. We think that this is the good basis to build off of, and we need your help, your feedback, and hopefully together we can build something pretty spectacular. Are we going to be forever locked into one corporation, or can we switch later with a cooldown period? You are locked in. Corporations in Shadowrun are for life, as is evidenced by the last episode of Shadowrun Corporate Sins. It is very, very difficult to leave a corporation. That said, it is not impossible. You need an extraction. We are working on mechanics that would allow for that to be built into the system, that would allow for one corporation to help extract somebody from another corporation and pull them over to yours. That said, that is not in place yet, so at the very least for now, you are locked in. You choose that corporation well, because just like in Shadowrun, it's really hard to leave. Who is the best corporation and why is it? Well, see, I wanted to say Neonet, but I'm not allowed since I am the GM of this corporate metagame. It falls on me to be impartial-ish, and say that they are all equally evil. All the corporations equally evil, so choose your evil well. When a corp decides on everything and they get a group to do a job for them, how does the group actually find out? Will one lucky person from the corp be able to get on and pitch the job to the group with Discord? No, Mondor. Your corporate head will be in communication with myself and with Lauren, and we will work out how exactly, if you hire the runners, we will work out through Lauren, myself, and communications with us, we will work out how that exact run is going to go down. If you hire the runners as a corporation, you get to work with Lauren and myself on integrating that both into Shadowrun corporate sins as well as into the metagame. And I think that that is going to be a really cool reward. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the corporate head that we interact with. That is maybe a tool that your corporate heads can use to reward the more faithful employees that they have, having them work with us to build a run instead. There's a lot of potential there that we're looking forward to exploring. There's a lot of versatility because this is an RPG. While the metagame isn't strictly an RPG, it is built around one. Lauren has many years of being a GM, I have many years of being a GM, and I have complete faith that the two of us putting our heads together, combined with Jordan, combined with everyone else that's been a part of this development process, that we are going to be able to make something really rewarding for those of you that do put in the effort to hire the Shadowrun team. Looking for more questions. Mr. Thrope, do not bash my cybernetic elf ears. I had the other ones cut off to blend in the fifth world, and I just prefer these when I'm interacting with people in the sixth. That's all. Is there permadeath in what? In Death from Above, yes. In Shadowrun, maybe. There's only one way to find out, and that's kill someone. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Wodensen, can you be more clear about what you were saying? That locked it bit contradicts what previous information? It is possible. Mechanics for changing corporations will be added at a later point. Yes. Let me rephrase that then. That will be added at a later point. You will be able to change corporations at a later point. It will not be easy. It will not be remotely easy to change corporations later on. Why? Because we don't want it to be. It shouldn't be. If it was too easy to change corporations, one, it wouldn't be true to Shadowrun, not even a little. And two, it would be too easy to do spying. It would be too much work for the moderators, and it wouldn't build the loyalty that we're looking for in each of the corporations. So it will be possible. It's not yet. So it's not forever. It's not forever. It's forever. And we have another special guest.
What's up, everybody?
It's our corporate overlord.
Oh, I don't. No. I am definitely, when it comes to the Shadowrun world and the metagame, I'm more like the dragon and less like any sort of corporate.
There are dragons that are CEOs
I get it.
too.
I get that those dragons are CEO. I'm more like a space dragon. Yeah, I'm gonna write that in.
Space dragon?
Yeah.
Well, there are corporations that do work on space stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that
I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank on
whatever
the name of it,
position I'm in this world, it's above everyone.
Well,
With no money, just power.
oh, you were definitely a dragon.
Just power.
Definitely
I
a dragon.
rule purely by power. Definitely not money. I have no money. Do I have orbital strikes, right? So guys, I wanted to do a really quick reminder that you've been talking about it for 30 minutes now.
More or less, yes.
That you guys should just join up. Like, you're already subscribers, just do it, just join up. It's
Well, that
really
was
fun.
something that I noticed earlier. Only about half of our subscribers are in our Discord, and only about half of them have joined corporations.
Which it's been going up all day. So I think a lot of people are just waiting for us to say what we're doing. But people have been joining all day. So thank you guys for joining.
That's awesome.
It should be fun. And we're willing to take all the feedback, listen to half of it, not listen to the other half. That's just the way it works. And I feel like I had one other announcement. There's the gift contest.
Well, while you think about that, that is something I want to impress on everyone. This is a game. This is intended to be enjoyed. Try not to take it too seriously. I'm laying on the thick layer of, oh, you're in a corp for life, but this is intended to be enjoyable. And if you are not having fun, then that's something that we need to work on. So feel free to send us your feedback, but make sure that you're enjoying yourself with this. That is the goal. Have fun.
That is the only goal, is to have fun.
That's the goal in the entire channel.
That's
is
kind of
for
why we
you all-
exist, right?
Yeah, for you all to enjoy yourselves.
We all take this shit too seriously sometimes. At the end of the day,
That is true.
have fun. Have fun. I have to remind myself that all the time. Like when I'm here at 4 a.m, beating myself into a lull. I'm just like, wait, have fun.
Yeah, yeah. The
My
whole point
suffering
of
is for you to have fun.
all of our suffering.
I know
It's
this
for
to be
your
true,
enjoyment.
Right? I feel like I came in here with a very specific announcement that I didn't want to forget, and the second I sat down, I forgot what it was.
It wasn't the gift shift contest.
It wasn't the gift contest. Stick around tonight for Honesty Hour. Tony is the guest.
We'll be rolling a bunch of dice.
Rolling
I'll be
dice after
figuring
Shadowrun.
out what all of the corporations are doing with their action points, and then after Shadowrun wraps up, we will be acting upon those purchases. So the dice will be rolled by our cast members live on camera, and the results will be tallied.
I completely forgot what it was.
Nothing.
I 100%. I wish it was the Shadowrun t-shirt, Rabid Wombat, but I spent all my time getting the videos ready this week, and the t-shirt had to be put on hold a little bit because of all the other stuff going. When is the gift contest over? Next Monday. We'll announce the winner next Monday on Rabbit Stew. Well, I honestly can't remember. I completely blanked. It was like I was walking by and I was like, oh, I need to step in and say this thing, and then I sat down. I still haven't napped yet. I'm starting to feel that I haven't napped yet because I keep forgetting things.
Well,
I just edited 2 more videos
That's
while
an
we were in
important
here.
thing to mention. Actually, Tony is on Honesty Hour tonight, so you better take that nap before Honesty Hour,
I gotta paint
because you're going to be
tomorrow,
here
too.
for a while.
the morning.
Tony Cromwell will be on Honesty Hour at 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
Correct?
10
o'clock.
Yeah.
So that's in 4 hours. 4 hours.
Woo! This is exciting. I'm actually really, really excited that we launched this.
I'm like excited that you and I are both on camera at the same time.
Never happens,
this is a
right?
weird thing.
Because we're both
It's kinda
always-
surreal.
One of it, it's like if one of us is on camera, the other has to be working.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm excited about this metagame. I think this is the thing that we'll be able to get press over. Like, once more people join and we start getting it going, we start refining it and figuring out what really works and what doesn't. Like, it's exciting stuff. I mean, this is exciting for you guys too. You're getting to be a part of something that nobody's ever done before.
Yeah, this is one of the things that excites me most about what we are doing here, because it is entirely new, and it caters to all of the things that I love. It's Twitch, it's game development, I get to play the GM of this game. Like, this is so many things that I love that we are doing here, and so many things that are new and exciting, and the best parts of Twitch in a lot of ways. So that interaction, that playing a game together, like, it's all there with this. This is definitely going to be big.
I think it will be terrifying and others will fear us.
Well, that's a given.
They already do that. They tune in and they're like, this is weird. This is Twitch. All this stuff is weird. For all the people that have been saying, though, on comments on YouTube and stuff like that, and in the chat room, that they've been tuning into Shadowrun, they really love it. Thank you guys so much. Continue sharing it with your friends. Continue telling everyone about it. We are a grassroots operation. A lot of people don't realize this because they see our equipment, they see our setup, and they think, oh, these guys are set. Why would I help them out? We are far from set. This is 100% grassroots, and in fact, we've probably invested as much as some solo streamers invest in stretching it out that thin. In fact, I know that to be true. I know solo streamers that invested the same amount, and we have way, way more overhead. So with the amount of overhead that we have, we invested all of our funds into crew, talent. Most of the equipment we were able to find, or I already owned it. I actually think 80% of the equipment was mine. My company, my old company, Aren't We Clever, that was like part of my contribution to joining the company, is just giving it here. The rest you guys helped us get through Amazon and stuff like that. So it looks like we're set, but we're really not. We're a grassroots operation. We don't have a marketing team. We don't have a PR team. We don't have a
sure we do.
major
It's called
company.
Emily.
It's called Emily. Emily's our PR and marketing team. Thank you, Emily. So it's, and Zargaros says free labor. You're a volunteer. You show up whether we ask you to or not, man.
Oh, goodness.
We give you a bag of stuff that we got from other people. But basically, we are grassroots, and we're going to continue trying to give you guys things to share out and tell your friends about, and continue trying to make the content as good as we can. But this will not succeed and would not continue to succeed without you guys' support, and we appreciate that so much, and we'll continue trying to do everything that we can.
And support, really, and Warren's saying, support goes from the big tippers, the people that donate tons of money, all the way back to everybody that watches. Like, you guys that are just sitting in here watching, like,
that's support.
That is a huge amount of support.
That's support.
Hitting that share button is the next step up from that. Like, that is huge. Spreading the word, but even just being here in chat, watching and enjoying the shows.
It's funny because I try to tell people, like, tell your friends, and I'm like, I'm in the same boat where, like, I don't really have friends. I sit here and work all day, and I'm like, who would I tell to watch our channel? Yeah. I tweet about it, but you guys are all the people that watch. You're the people that see my tweets. I don't really have friends to tell. So I get that sometimes it's hard to just be like, here's a person I found that comes watch our shit. So there's you just watching, communicating with us, talking to us on Twitter and on Discord makes us feel good, and like you guys appreciate the work we're doing and enjoy our content, and we'll keep making more of it if you stick around.
And I think it's important, if somebody says, why would I watch somebody else play games, that you just look at them and laugh and tell them they have no idea what they're missing, and then you bring them over here.
Okay, yeah, cool.
I think that's a good plan.
Great. Joe, are we ready or what? It's like 6:05. I'm kind of stalling.
All right, we're good.
Yeah, okay. Shit, man. Enjoy the show.
Have fun, guys.
Watch Shadowrun. Get your bids in. Talk to your corps. Figure it out. I might be in the chat and Discord trolling you guys tonight. I might fuck some shit up. We'll see.
Go take a nap.
We'll see. No, maybe I want to fuck